We're following more news for you, but for as a Metro homeless shelter is set to suspend operations later this week. The Fargo-Moorhead Dorothy Day House of Hospitality will suspend those operations on Friday. And right now we want to send things out to Valley News Live's Gabriel Ostler, who is live outside the shelter with more details. Gabe, what can you tell us at this time?
Yeah, so the Dorothy Day House, as we have said, is going to be shutting down at least temporarily on Friday. Now, this location is just a few blocks away from both Concordia and MSUM, right near the heart of downtown Moorhead. And you can see the weather out here. Come Friday, we could have 15 people. That's what this shelter holds, 15 beds, 15 people tossed out into those elements with no further place to go. Churches United says that this is entirely a cash flow issue. They do not have enough operating capital to keep a place like this open. It doesn't just have 15 beds, it also has a lot of specialized capacity with individual social workers working with each of those 15 people. Meanwhile, they've been putting money into doing things like Micah's Mission, which has over 100 beds, so that carries a lot bigger charge with that. Dorothy Day, for now, is a casualty. They hope to reopen, but they're not all too optimistic that they will get the funds to do so. So we'll stay with that story and see if things turn around. Bobby, back to you.
Yeah, Gabriel, thank you for that report. As you just mentioned, stick with us throughout the night as we continue to follow this developing news.